Hello.
I says,
Hey, Leon, man. How are you?
good to meet you, bro.
Good
Listen,
to meet you too.
I just sent you a voice note. I thought that I'd missed it because I booked it for 12:40 UK time, and then I just received a notification that it was for an hour before, but I'm glad we got connected.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, it was in my schedule, it was now. So I don't know if there's something with the time zone, but it's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
Excellent, bro.
How
Yeah,
are
man.
you?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. I took your trade earlier. First trade was great, and then the second trade as well. When you changed the stop loss, man, I didn't add the spread to it as I usually would. And
Oh,
I accidentally got stopped out of it. But that's my fault. I know for next time.
yeah, it happens, man. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. Just,
yeah,
but again, the most important, and this is by it's learning. So you
yeah,
did this mistake, it will never happen again.
yeah, 100%, 100%, bro. 100%.
Let can you just introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Leon. I'm 28. Um, I am from the United Kingdom. I've been in your group for probably 2 months now.
Nice.
Um, yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. Initially, I decided to I got this software basically where I'm able to kind of back test and basically check what the best strategy would be to be able to use to be able to actually get a hang of the strategy full time. And I've been using, sorry, just one second. I've been using a demo account really for quite a while just to be able to get used to the signals and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. Yeah, really grateful.
So let's talk a little bit about the like how long have you been trading? Like, did you join my group or have you been in other groups or did you start by yourself or is it totally new for you?
I've been in other groups before, so where I really started was I tried to join groups where basically you would be using essentially um, you'd be added to a group and you would copy their trades, but the software would copy it over for you, basically, right?
Ah,
Um,
yeah,
but the thing is with those was that the majority of them are kind of margin tail strategies. And the thing is, obviously, as you already know, margin tail is incredibly risky and whatnot, you know?
you will end up losing all the time. Like
Yeah,
with martingale, what happens is like you can win, and then you blow up the whole account.
yeah. And I basically experienced that kind of last year. Which yeah, but thankfully I didn't have everything in there, but because I started to realize it was getting pretty risky. Um,
Yeah,
and s- and so then I started to follow signals instead. But the thing is with signals is it can be deceptive. So, somebody can say that they're making X amount, but
yes,
but then you actually really look at it and it's like, well, their stop loss is 100 pips and they're making 20 pips a trade. So really you have to make six trades, you know what I mean, to even be profitable for by even just 20 pips. So then that's why I've been through several different groups and
yeah.
and and then coming across yours, it was really, really very refreshing, honestly, because as I
I'm
say,
happy to hear that.
yeah, man, you have such a consistent strategy. It's 30 pips at least on the take profit one, you
Yeah.
know, and the stop loss is always 60 pips, and I love that. And so it really made me believe that this whole dream of trading could actually be possible. Do you know what I mean?
It's 100% possible, but again, as you said, like unfortunately in this industry, there's so many people, that destroy the industry. They have
Yeah,
no clue about trading, they
yeah,
pretend they are traders, they are marketing guys or social media influencers,
yeah,
whatever, and then they saw they could make money from this, not
yeah,
by
yeah,
trading, but by actually scamming people, I will call it
yeah, yes,
somehow,
yeah,
unfortunately, yeah. But with
yeah,
our model, what we've done is like I've been doing this for 8 years, so
yeah,
but the first 3 years I was just
right,
losing. I didn't have a strategy and so on. The
yeah,
past, I would say this strategy we use for gold now we've been using for maybe 2.5 years or something. And it's
yeah,
just as you said, like 60 pips
yeah,
stop loss. It's very, very, very rare we add like 10 pips more to the stop
Yeah,
loss. Like
yeah, yeah,
today, it's
yeah.
very rare we does it. But that's if we really believe in the trade. And
Yes.
then when you look at the win rate, and you compare, okay, if we are making 30 or 50 pips in
Yeah,
profit,
yeah,
as long as we win like 50% of the trades, we are
yeah, yeah.
profitable. But we are
Exactly.
winning like plus 80 every week. There's
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes like we have a very bad week, which is,
Can happen. Yeah,
impossible.
100%.
Yeah, impossible not to have. But you've
Yeah.
been for 2 months. So let I want to hear from you, I can tell my story like 10 times, but yours is more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, so when I joined the group, I was, because of my prior experiences where I've been kind of burnt by others, like I spent the first few weeks just watching and saying, all right, okay, yeah, so this is kind of how he does it, like, just getting used to the numbers and
Yeah.
whatnot. And then yeah, like, and the problem is as well, as you'll know, like there's so many when you're on social media and whatnot, there's so many people like marketing their channels and this and that, and so you start drawing comparisons, and
Yes.
you start dabbling in this one and dabbling in that one. But as of late, I've started to be just focus on yourself, because and this is the thing, you only actually need one group, right? And
Yes.
you just need one strategy, and to just be give you all to that, and then just ignore everything else. And
I agree.
so that's where I've been. Now, long term, my goal is to increase my balance within the account
Yeah.
that I've got with yourself. But then also, I think over the last year as well, one thing that I was trying to do was actually pass these prop firm
Funded
challenges.
accounts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now, again, I mean, there's people out there saying they can pass your challenge for you and they can do this and do
Yeah.
that. And man, I was burnt too many times, man. Yeah, like
Listen, when it's actually pretty simple.
yeah,
I want it's like when things sounds too good to be true, they
yeah,
typically are. So
yeah,
people they will say the same to me. Hey, it
yeah,
sounds too good to be true. But just think about it. What is it that I'm saying like that sounds
yeah,
too good to be true? And for them, it's the trading part. Like the whole forex trading sounds too good to be true. You
yes,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
sit on your phone, you can make money. That's too good to be true for most people.
yeah,
But
yeah,
people that promise you they will do X, Y, Z for you. They will win the
yeah,
challenge. They will make you profit. And
yeah, yeah.
like nobody can guarantee you profit, man. Nobody.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, 100%. So, I'm kind of in this moment now, right, where I'm like, I've gave myself kind of a set time limit now. And
Great.
you see, like little mistakes like what I made today with the spread and stuff like that, they really just have to be ironed out. And
Yes.
and because otherwise you can't actually trust yourself. Like your signals may be perfect, but if I'm not executing them right, there's
Correct.
no chance. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
I'm in a strange crossroads in my life. Like I'm sure you can remember being like around my age, you know what I mean? But I think you were trading by then already. Do you know what I mean? Like
How old are you?
28. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
probably
yeah.
just a couple of years older than me, innit? Like
Yeah, 34, yeah.
34. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like but it's kind of like right now, it's like, do I enter the professional workspace like properly? Or do I go full time, like full speed ahead with this,
Yeah.
Uh, and so like I'm really at that moment now where I have to,
So
make.
listen, my point of view with trading, if you want to make money from trading, you want to do it long term, you want to do it consistently,
Yeah,
you need a good capital for that.
yeah,
Because you can make money with trading for $1,000 or two thousand
yeah,
dollars, and then you can make money. The issue is because if you want to, like, that's your life, that's what you make your
yeah,
money from, that's what pays your bills. You need to like work with very good risk management. You cannot
yes,
have $1,000 account or pounds in your case, right? A
yeah,
thousand pounds account and make £500. You're
yeah,
making that's very risky.
It's
So you
very
need a
risky.
big account. Yeah, you need a big account to
Yeah,
make what you have to make. So what I would do is have an income stream
yeah, yeah,
and use that's what I did, and that's many years ago. I
yeah.
had an income stream, I had another business, and
Right.
everything, like I was not investing in the business or paying my bills, I put in the trading. But
Yeah, yeah,
at that time, the difference was I didn't have somebody that told me these things. I didn't
yes,
have
yeah,
somebody I could follow. So I was
yeah,
just losing. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
just putting in like a black hole. It was just
yeah,
like I put 1,000, I put two,
yeah,
I put five, they just disappeared. But I was
yeah,
learning, you know. So for me,
yeah,
it was a
yeah,
learning curve. For you,
yeah,
is different because you're already over that. Like there's small things you need to
yeah,
tickle and fix, you know. But
yeah, yeah.
after that, you can easily do it. I had a call like a couple of hours ago with a guy.
Right.
He had totally stress, depressions, and then he
Yeah,
went in with us in March. He's making his like living from it now from
yeah, yeah.
March in no previous experience and so on. And he doesn't have
Incredible.
a big account, but
Yeah.
he's doing good for himself now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And for you, like as I was saying to you over voice note, like I'm sure like it warms your heart to hear that. But like I just wonder like what is the actual
Yeah,
drive for you? Like because you are helping so many people, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially where, you as I say, you are a consistent guy and you're not sending anyone down the river, do you know what I mean? Like what is your motivation? Like what is it does it for you?
It's a very good question. So of course this is a business.
Yeah,
You didn't pay me anything, and you will not pay me anything. It's free for you, but it is a business. So let me just explain you before I get into
sure.
this part. So I've been obviously trading for many years. I started
Yeah,
making money, and you will see that too. Then people start asking you, "Hey, how are you doing? Teach me."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or hey, I can put some money and
yeah,
I would always say no. I would never take people's money. I would never like,
yeah,
because it gives you a headache. Then there's
yeah.
a
Of course.
possibility of losing. And if I
Yes, yeah,
lost my friend's money or my family, oh look, you didn't know what you did and blah blah blah, and that's demotivating.
yeah,
So what I did was I said, listen, I will try to create a group,
yeah.
and at that time I didn't know anything about signals. I didn't know
Oh,
anything
right,
about
okay.
groups, nothing.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
made it for my friends, family, and so on. And then there was a trader I was trading with. He got a job at a very big bank in the US. It's very confidential. He's
yeah,
one of the best trader I've ever worked with.
yeah.
And he told me, "Do you know about affiliate?"
Oh, right, okay.
And I say, "I have no clue. What is that?" And then he showed me some guy in the US. He was doing some affiliate and so on. And then I just contacted a couple of brokers that I was working with at that time
Oh,
and say,
right.
"Hey, I'm making a group. I have friends and families, they can
Yeah,
create an account. Can I make some from that? Because I don't
yeah,
want to take anything from them."
yes,
And
yeah.
then, that's how it started. So I
Okay,
started,
okay.
my friends, family, they joined this group. And then
Yeah,
I told them, hey, create an account here because that's the broker I'm using.
yeah,
And then I will make money from them. You don't have to pay
yeah,
me anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then it just became a business, so I make money. And then people, I just started marketing. I just started saying it on social media, and
yeah,
people loved it, because it's a win-win. You don't pay me,
yeah,
you get access to my expertise, my teams,
yeah,
and so on. And that's actually now why I keep doing it, because obviously
yeah.
I'm making good money from trading, and
Sure.
I'm spending a lot of time on this, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
we
and
spend a
that
lot of time.
that was the
But
thing.
yes, and that's what keeps motivating me is people like you,
Yeah,
people like Magnus, the guy I spoke with. Like,
yeah,
when he told me, that's what he told me today. Like, Saad, listen, you changed my life.
yeah, yeah,
I was stressed, and he took off his cap and he showed me his
yeah.
hair. Like, my line is getting up. Like, his was much bigger,
All of us
and he,
are.
yeah, but he's like 23, 24, something
Yeah,
like that. He got very high stress,
yeah, yeah,
all of this shit, which is very bad in his age. But I've been there myself also,
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then when you see, when a guy like that told me, "Sad, you changed my life."
Hmm.
I went from this to this now. My life changed completely. This is
Yeah,
what motivated me today. Of course, it's a business. Of course, I make money
yeah,
from it, and I've in
yeah.
all my videos I say that. Like, yes, I make
No, of
money,
course.
but you don't pay me. But
Yeah,
when people tell me you changed my life,
yeah,
or you helped me get out of this, I
Yeah.
bought my car. I bought my mother a new phone. I
Yeah.
have a guy from Denmark actually. He's 54 or 58. He's an older guy. He
Yeah.
was, he couldn't work so much. He had problem with his back and so on.
Yeah.
And he didn't make a lot of money. He just made like basic salary. I don't know, like it's £2,000 maybe or something
Yeah.
like that. So he was just in that matrix wheel,
Yeah.
just when he started trading with us. Right now he's living in Thailand with his wife,
No
and
way, man.
he changed his whole life completely, and he's making 5 times what he was
Yeah.
doing in his salary
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
by trading today. So this
True.
is what motivated me today.
Yeah. 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 No, I love that. And I'm hoping to be the next story, to be honest,
You're
I'm
already
waiting.
on the way, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was wondering what you thought though about or if I could get your advice on
Yeah,
the strategy that we use with your trades. So,
yeah,
for example, one thing that always confused me, right, was, and this isn't just with your group, like this is just like in taking signals, right? So, let's say you've got your risk. Let's say you want to risk 1% a trade, right? Like, how is it that you decide how you're going to allocate that 1%? Because you've got a zone, right?
yes.
But sometimes often you're very accurate, you know what I mean? So what will happen is that first time it comes in, it will literally be no drawdown and it goes straight to the
It
profit. Do you
goes,
know what
yes.
I mean?
Yeah.
So like is it the case that sometimes you expect there to be a drawdown, so then you put less on
We
that one, or
always we always expect drawdown.
yeah.
Always. That's
Yeah,
just trading. Like it's very normal to have drawdown. And
of
depends
course.
on your account. You need to remember one thing. Your account is not 100% like mine, because
Yeah,
I've
of
had
course.
my account for many years. I
Yes,
have
yeah,
a lot of money in that account, and I have multiple accounts. So the
yeah.
spread will be a little bit different. That's why we have the zero point 0.5 spreads, to
Okay,
make
yeah,
sure that you work in the same levels. So I,
yeah.
I want to show you something. Just
Okay,
give me a
sure.
moment. Let me just find something here. Okay. So let me show you this today. Okay. Every single trade I put in a group,
Yeah.
I take them
You take
myself.
it. Yes,
All
yeah, yeah.
all of them. So winning, losing, whatever. Okay.
Sure.
So let me just show you here. We did 2 trades today in the gold
Yeah,
group. Okay. But when you look at my account, you will see this is today, and you
yeah,
will see like it's of course a huge lot size.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can see it, right? It's
yeah.
you, yeah, and then
The
you can
bank.
see like
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
39K.
One sec.
But it's not about the amount. It's not about the profit. Forget that. Even if it said 1K, but you
Yeah.
see, this is 2 trades. Okay, you see
Yes, yeah,
different
yeah,
entry prices and so on.
yeah,
If you have done this, I would tell you, Leon, what the hell are you doing?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't do this.
Right, okay.
But it's different for myself. Like I have so much experience. There's no feelings whatsoever. Nothing. Like
Yeah,
there's not 0.1% feelings. Nothing.
I
But
love
with
that.
normal, I would say normal humans that
Yes, yeah, yeah.
haven't traded for 8 years, that haven't burned hundreds of thousands of dollars, there
Yeah,
is feelings. There is
yes, yeah,
100% feelings. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot manage this. But that doesn't
yeah,
mean, listen, you have to trade, to give it directly. You have to trade as the person you are. Okay.
yeah,
So even
sure.
if it's the exact same trade, that doesn't mean you have to do it the exact same way as I have or
Yeah, yeah,
another guy. So what I would do, what I would suggest anyone, okay, it's have a strategy, have a plan. Forget the trade, forget the signal.
yeah,
Have a strategy and a plan. Now I don't
yeah,
know your account size, but let's just go with you have £1,000 account size. Example,
yeah.
okay. So a thousand pound account size doesn't trade as a 10K or 100K or a million. It's
Right.
different. So what
Yeah,
I would do is, instead of going into multiple layers, you
right.
go in with one or two
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
max,
yeah,
and then you get a system, and then okay, my goal is to make $50,
yeah,
$60,
yeah,
$70, whatever. And if I lose almost the same. And then
yeah,
that's it for the day. I'm done. I lost, I
yeah,
won, I'm done.
yeah,
That's why
yeah.
people ask me all the time, said, why don't you post more signals? More, we want more and more. But listen, if I post more, you will destroy your account. It's
Yes,
not
I
good
agree.
for you. It's
I
not
agree.
about more trades. And that's why I
Yeah,
made multiple groups where we share Bitcoin, we share more gold, and we share
yeah,
Forex. Because listen, okay, if you have a $5,000 account, Yes, you can do a couple of more. If you
Yes,
have a 20K account, you can do more. But with
yeah,
most of the people, they have 500 or 300 or 1,000 or 1,500. They
yeah,
cannot do 4 or 5 signals. They will
yeah,
destroy the account within a couple of days.
sure.
So have a strategy, have a plan, and don't compare it to Sat or another guy. Compare
Yeah,
it to your account size. This is my
yeah,
account size. This is what I work for. If I make X amount a day or lose X amount a day, even if there's more trades, I just stop for the day.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then now I'm talking about day. Don't compare your your days. Like, don't look at the single day and say, I lost today, I won today, I
right.
lost this week. Don't do that. Look on a monthly basis. So,
Yes, yeah,
okay, June, I made X amount, or I lost X amount. If you followed all the trades and we've won and you've lost, you have to go back, and analyze each
yeah,
trade and say, okay, I did this trade. Oh, that's the mistake I did. It
yes,
could be
yeah,
whatever, you pressed
yeah,
sell instead of buy, or you put a wrong TP,
yeah,
or you
sure.
did, forgot, whatever. That way, next month, you will not do these mistakes. And that's why I say, like, now you have experience, so it's a little bit different for you, but that's what I say to everyone. And when
Yeah,
they it's like, I'm not giving you a magic pill.
no,
I'm
no,
just saying
it's a
the how it
strategy.
is. It's
Yeah,
very, very simple. Trading
no,
is simple as long as you can remove your uh, your
emotions,
your emotions and only work with pure mindset. I'm
logic.
trading,
Yeah,
like, you can see it's big amounts, and
yeah,
it's a lot of money for me, for most people. Like, I have
yeah,
days where I can lose $80,000.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it's a lot of money. It's not because I'm saying, oh, it's eighty
No,
thousand
no,
dollars.
but
No, it's a lot of money.
something, and this was one thing that I mentioned to you on one of the voice notes, the mindset of you guys, like, it's just incredible. And I wonder, in your personal life, do you also have that disciplined lifestyle? Like, do you find that, because one thing I always say, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, like,
Yes. Yeah,
you
yeah,
approach
yeah.
all of your life that way type thing, like with discipline, like, would you say?
Yes, I'm very disciplined, but there's also one thing. I'm a human,
Yes,
like
yeah,
anyone else. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
also lazy. I'm also like, sometimes, oh, I
yeah,
don't want to go to the gym. I don't,
yeah,
so it's, don't think that the person on the other side is better, is different. No, we are all the same. It's just a matter of, as you say, do you have a little bit more discipline? Do you have a little bit
yeah,
more motivation?
yeah,
We're
yeah,
all
yeah.
human in the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I respect it, man. I really respect it. Because the thing is, as you say, like, I'm sure every so often you get somebody, who's just so ungrateful or something like that. Like, you really are
Yes.
exposing you're
Yeah.
exposing yourself to
Yes.
rude people, this and that. You don't need to do it. And this is why, like, as I
Yeah.
say, like, I respect it, I really
I
do.
get a lot of hate. I get a lot of people that you are scam, or you, but
Yeah,
I
even the
don't care.
jealous
I
people.
just have a filter. I don't care. Like, we
Yeah,
we also have members that lose. So you have a member that comes in, they don't listen, they don't follow the guidelines, and they lose, and
yeah,
they say it's your fault. Then I say, okay, I've tried this multiple times. If you told me I've followed every single thing you said, Saad, but I
yeah,
lost. Okay, show me your account.
yeah,
Show me your account, and I will
yeah.
prove for you that you didn't do
You didn't,
everything I
yeah,
said. No, I did. I promise you. Let's have a meeting. Okay, let's
yeah,
have a meeting. And then we go through the account. You see
yeah,
this mistake? Oh,
yeah,
and then but most people, they don't never want to do a call,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they
Well, they
fade
know
out there.
already.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't care about them. I care about people like you, people that
yeah,
understand it, people that want to do something about it and change their life, because it's possible.
100%, 100%. No, no, I appreciate that. I really do. I think it's amazing.
Thank you,
What,
man.
what question as well I'd love to ask.
Yeah,
When
go ahead.
you, for example, in the event of a loss, right? And I know
Yeah,
you say that obviously people have different account sizes and whatnot, right?
yeah.
But in the event of a loss, would you increase the lot size on the next trade,
No,
or no? You always
no, no,
remain.
no, 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 no. Always the same,
Yeah,
unless you increase your account size. Remember,
yeah,
the lot is not about if you won a trade or lost a trade. It's not. The lot
yes,
is your account size. So
yeah,
if you
yeah,
have a 1,000 pound account size, you lost, let's say, 3 trades in a row,
yeah,
right? Maybe your account size now is 900 or 800 or
yeah,
whatever, and you increase to $2,000, to 2,000 pounds. Now
yeah,
you can increase the lot size, right? But never do that. This
yeah,
is a strategy that it's based on, how would say, luck. Because imagine you increase your lot size,
Yeah.
the first trade you, let's just say you use 0.1,
Yeah.
then you lose, and then you double it, and then you lose, and then you double it, and then you lose, then you're done. If you were
Yeah.
lucky, you would have won, but that's
Yeah.
pure luck. That's not
Yeah. Yeah.
strategy.
Strategy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Well, you've dispelled a few myths, so that's great,
There's
And
so much bullshit out there, man. It's listen,
yeah, really.
trading is simple.
Yeah.
There's so much fluff. There's so much noise. There's so
Yeah.
much, you see a W that means X. You see an M. All that is bullshit, man. That's not, the market doesn't go after a W or an M or an, double
Yeah.
mountain, whatever they call them. The market is money.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Money
Yeah.
doesn't look at M's and W's and mountains and double top and shoulders.
Yeah.
The market doesn't understand it. The market is money. The market
Yeah.
is banks, is
Yeah.
big sharks, is big money. So
Yeah.
you need to understand liquidity. You need to understand basic stuff. When you understand that, it's actually pretty simple. Pretty
Yeah.
simple doesn't mean you win every trade.
Yeah.
It's also an algorithm, right? So it doesn't mean that you win every single trade, but as long as you can have a solid strategy, have a solid
Yeah.
win rate. We have a strategy actually that is profitable with a 35% win rate. We
All
don't
right.
use that. Yes, we don't use
Yeah.
that in a group because for people it will never make sense. You
Yes. Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
cannot go out and do a marketing video and say, "Hey, we have a 35% win rate." People will think I'm
Yeah.
insane and how. But there is strategy. One of the best strategies I've ever seen in my life. It's a guy.
Yeah.
This guy I told you about. I've traded with. He have a 40% win rate. He have had that. He have traded for 20 years or something. But
Well,
he make a lot more money than anyone I know.
really.
Yes.
That's wild, man. That's wild. But
So
but is that because the one win is like five times the loss type thing?
one
So
win
then
is much bigger than the loss, but
yes,
he
yeah,
loses more than he wins. It's a little bit
yeah,
different, but he can still make a lot of money.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, there's all types of strategies out there, and actually,
Yes.
I put a review of your course, and I was hoping to receive the that 5 hour
Oh yeah, just text my team. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and hopefully I'll receive that course because I would like to understand,
Let
exactly
me.
what is going into it.
I will show you something I've created. So I spent a year on this, and it just finished.
Wow, okay.
One week ago. This is something, I would say insane. Actually,
Yeah,
what we have done here. I've created courses like what you said, the 5 hour course and so on.
yeah, yeah,
What I've done is I've thought about, like, okay, there's courses, there's books, okay, but
yeah.
something I haven't seen is a course in a book. So I
Oh, okay.
combined them. I've spent one year developing this book. It's,
Unbelievable.
as you can see here, it's 61 pages. And
Yeah,
this is, I could sell this book for a lot of money, but I've
yeah.
chosen not to do it and only give it for free to top tier members of Obsessed Trading. So
Wow.
this book is, you see, 61 pages, but pages is not like you're reading a lot of things. No,
Yeah,
it's very,
yeah,
very simple strategies. And what I've done with this is I removed all the noise.
yeah,
Everything that is noticeable about trading, removed it, pure value, pure gold. I've done this, like I've said, like, I don't remember the minimum deposit, but if you reach a minimum net deposit with
yeah,
us on your account, I don't
yeah.
remember, I think it's four and a half
Three.
thousand, $5,000, whatever, something like that. You get this for free. What
Yeah,
I
yeah,
tried to do is I attached this. Of course, you use AI today to make it nice and the writing and so on, but the value is mine. And then I tried to send it to ChatGPT and ask, hey, what do you think about this? And review it for me and give me a price point. And you know
yeah,
what I got? I got a huge answer back, and it says, like, if this was sold for,
yeah,
and it called it the what did it call it? The Bible of trading or something in a book.
yeah,
But it says if this was sold for $10,000,
yeah.
it would be a cheap price point. That's the
Insane,
value we, we,
insane
we do
value.
here.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy.
And I believe you, man. I 100% believe you because the proof's in the pudding. What you've got in this group, like it's amazing. Do you know what I mean? So like
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
really excited to, um I'm excited for the month. I'm excited to check back in with you in a couple of months' time. Hopefully I've got a better story and whatnot. And yeah, man. Yeah,
No, it's
appreciate
nice, man. It's nice. Good speaking to you, my friend Leon.
it.
And
Yeah,
text my group to the support so you get that course. And
yeah,
let's have a chat again in a couple of months, and hopefully you're killing it, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Thanks so much, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you,
making
man.
the time. Thank you very
You
much.
are welcome. Bye bye. Have a nice day.